Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. Alexandra here. I'm doing my yearly makeup empties. I like to do them in one video, so that's makeup and my fragrances. I do include foil samples and I do include them as like a one, but I'm starting to think that that might be the wrong way to do it because counting it as one full-size product makes my numbers over the years look not really, it doesn't really work out well because I really should start putting them into a separate category. But anyways, I'm just going to go give you guys some speed reviews. We'll go over numbers from what they were last year, what I used up to what I used up this year. Again, there's a lot of foil samples in here and sample sizes, so the numbers are a bit skewed. But the goal is to try to always get through 50 items per year. I was able to do that. I think I went through 55 or 56 this year. I just want to get my numbers down, especially in a couple of different categories because makeup takes so long to use up. So I really just want to get my numbers down and yeah, let's get into it. So I was able to get through 7 primers this year. That's really, really awesome because last year I only used up 1 just because of like masks and all that. But yeah, this was fine. Not my favorite. It's more like a silicone primer. It was fine, whatever, wouldn't repurchase. I really do like the Professional Pore Filling Primer by Benefit. Those are my favorite. This is the like hydrating one, not my favorite. This was fine. Ciate, it's like the Watermelon Burst. It was fine. This, I don't remember anything about it, so yeah. And I did not really care for this. This is like a balm tea tree oil. I don't really think this did anything, but my skin liked it. But for keeping your makeup on or even, didn't do anything. But I'm really glad that I was able to get through, like I said, 7 this year because that means 7 products out of my collection. This is where things get screwed up. So like for an example, I used up 3 foil packs this year and I used up 1 full size. So this is like my base products, so foundations and or tinted moisturizers. According to last year, I used up 3 and this year I used up 4, but it's like those 3 were probably full size last year and this year I have like 3 foil size. So if you get what I'm saying. Anyways, whatever. This one is my tinted moisturizer, color correcting tinted moisturizer from Make Sense from the Sengens brand. I like this. I've used this up before. It's good. Now for these 3, I don't remember anything about them because the sample sizes are so small. So I know that I didn't get a really good judge on the sample, and based off of that, I wouldn't repurchase these. These are my setting powders that I went through this year. So I have 2 sample sizes and a full size. This is by the SST brand. This is the brand that I got for school a couple years ago. And this is in the translucent setting powder. This whole brand is really shitty, so just stay away from it. Unfortunately, it's a Canadian brand. It's no good. This was the Laura Mercier. I really enjoyed this. This was a birthday gift, I think, this year for Sephora. I really enjoyed this. I would repurchase this possibly. This came in an Ipsy a few years ago. It was fine, but I wouldn't repurchase it. So I did use up 3 setting powders last year, and then this year I've used up 3. So samesies. I used up 1 concealer this year, and I used up 1 last year. I hate concealer. I don't really need it. I don't really like it. Again, this came with my school kit. It's really not a great shade for me. I did cut it open and use it all the way up. And I used it mostly as like a foundation base product. At the end, it was not good. I do not like it, and I would not recommend. Concealer is something that I don't need to have as a category in my collection, and I don't have any as of right now. That was the only one that I had. This is a highlighter from Kat Von D. This is her single Alchemist. But anyways, so this is it. It's got really cute packaging. I really did enjoy this. This was one of my favorites, and it was the oldest highlighter in my collection, so I was happy to get it out of my collection this year. Again, it was super small, so it was really easy, and I was able to use this up, I think, within the first 2 months. But this one was a good one, and unfortunately, they no longer carry it. I went through 1 shadow stick this year. I was using it basically as like an eye primer or eye base by Trestique. I don't remember the shade. And if you open it up, I did scoop everything out and use it. I don't need eye crayons, eye sticks in my collection. I did use up 1 last year as well. I think I have 1 that I like got this year. You'll see it in my inventory. I don't need them. I don't want them. They're nothing that I purchase on my own, but I just seem to acquire them. So I try to use them as like eye bases. But yeah, this one's done. I used up one eyeshadow this year, like as a single. I used up other eyeshadows too, but they're in palettes, so I don't include the palette until the palette is finished. This is the one that I've been working on for like 3 years. Oh my god, it's finally finished. This is probably one of the products that I am most pleased with, that to be getting it out of my collection, because of course it's been in here for far too long. But I'm so glad that it's done with, and eye singles are not something that I really particularly need in my collection. I think I have one more. But yeah, I'm glad this one is finished. And last year, I don't think I used any. This is probably the first recorded eyeshadow single that I've ever used up, and I've been doing this since 2019, keeping track. I probably never used any eyeshadow singles up, so hooray, this is the first one. 2 eyeliners in here. I wanted to get through a couple more of my black eyeliners, but I did not. I wasn't able to. This one is, I believe, from Urban Decay. I think, I don't remember. Anyways, this one's from Urban Decay. It was fine, but I don't need like especially a stick or a pencil eyeliner. I just don't need them. I don't like them. I prefer like a liquid one. That way I can make like a nice wing. This one was by Lily Lashes. This is like the Pro or Power Liner. They have them in like see-through, and then they have them in black. It's actually an eyeliner slash eyelash adhesive. It sucked for that, but maybe because it was always like on the drier side, I found. And as eyeliner, it was okay. I would not repurchase that, and I don't want to repurchase this. Last year I went through 2 eyeliners, and this year I've gone through 2 eyeliners. I knew this category was going to do really well. Again, they are all minis, so you can see a trend going on with this. I have a lot of mini mascaras. I still have a few that I need to work on. Through 10 mini mascaras plus a primer, so that is amazing. I think I was aiming for 12, but 10 is pretty good. I'm happy with that. So let's go through this. This is the Lancome. It's like the lash primer. This is what made me fall in love with lash primers, so I actually repurchased this in a full size. This is the Surfer Curl mascara. Worst mascara ever of my life that I've ever tried. Would not repurchase, and do not recommend. This is the Lash Freak. I think this has been discontinued. It's by Urban Decay, and it's not great. It's not great at all. It's very clumpy. I mean, I like a clumpy mascara, but she's clumpy, she's thick, and she's been discontinued, so you can't get it anyways, I'm pretty sure. This one is probably my favorite mascara out of the whole bunch. There are 2 of them in here. This is by Ilia. This is amazing. Amazing mascara. Has a cool wand. I'll show you the wand right now. It's kind of like got long row of skinny on one side, and then there's like traditional brushes on the other side. So I really enjoy this. I really want to repurchase it, but not yet because I have way too many to go through. But I'll definitely revisit this one when the time comes. Their Real Magnet. I think this was good. I can't quite remember. This one I think was okay. I can't quite remember. Same with the Bang Bang. Perfect, fine, can't remember. Better Than Sex I think was really good. I think I really enjoyed using this. This was fine. This is the Fenty one. I don't really remember, but I think it was fine. And this one is their Real by Benefit. Good mascara, really shitty at taking it off. It makes a mess, very goopy. I always complain about this. I've used this before, and I still don't like it, so glad that I got these out of the way, but I'm really glad that I've gotten through this many this year. That really helped with numbers. These are the falsies that I've gone through this year. I have decluttered, and you will see my inventory, a few sets that I just didn't like, so I didn't use them up. But this year I did use up 3. I don't know, they're pretty gross and grimy, so just don't look at them. Some years I go through a lot, some years I don't go through hardly any. Last year I went through like 9 sets, and this year I only went through 3. But that's okay, it just depends on what I'm doing. I'm not wearing a ton of falsies lately. I honestly only wear them like a couple of times a month now. Whereas, like I said, some years I'm wearing them like 20 times a month or more. But this year I was able to get through 3. These 2 are not really my favorite. They're like cheap lashes that I got from school. Not really my favorite. These are nice, but like a little too natural looking. They're from Sephora. They were okay. I'm not going to repurchase any of these. This year I was able to get through with lipstick products. This is a traditional Jeffree Star liquid lipstick and oh, it's in Gemini. This is nice. I really do enjoy Jeffree's liquid lipsticks, but I'm kind of over them. They're just a bit too drying. However, I have a bunch to get through this year, so I gotta get moving on those. Then I have my Lip Sense in Mauve Ice. I really, really enjoy the Lip Sense formula. I have a bunch of those. Also, I'd like to get through in the next year or coming years. Lipsticks take me a really long time. Again, mask situation haven't really helped in the last couple of years, and just like my lifestyle has changed. I'm not wearing makeup a full face as much as I was. So I used up 2 this year and I used up 2 last year, so no change in that. I was able to go through 2 glosses this year. Last year I was able to go through 3. I would have liked to have been able to go through 3 this year, but it just didn't happen. Lip Sense is my favorite gloss. This is the Prism gloss. I really enjoyed it, but I just don't think I want to repurchase this one particularly. And then this is the Gold Glitter Gloss. It's stunning, honestly, and I get a lot of compliments when I wear this. I'm definitely going to repurchase this one. Now for setting sprays, this year I was able to go through 4. Last year I went through 5, sorry, I went through 5 last year. I like these e.l.f. ones. They're pretty cheap. I wear them to work sometimes. I'd probably repurchase these if I get through my next setting spray and I need something for work. I'd probably repurchase for sure. Morphe's good as well, but I would wear this probably mostly at work. It's like a cheaper, nicer setting spray, but I think you can just wear the e.l.f. ones and it's totally fine if you want something more basic. This is the Ciate London Everyday Vacay. It was fine, but I don't think like I want to repurchase it, so they were just fine. This year I was able to get through all of my tinted lip balms. I don't have any currently in my collection, I believe, unless something comes in before my inventory, but as of right now, there's no tinted lip balms. These are all the ones that I had hanging around. It's a category I don't feel like I need in my collection, but I just acquire them sometimes. This was the Sol de Janeiro one. I do scoop all of my lip balms, even the non-tinted ones. I do include these because the tinted ones have color, so I consider them makeup, but anyways. So I went through 4 this year. Last year I went through 2. That's great. I don't have any in my collection. So this is a Sol de Janeiro one. It was nice, but it was definitely like I got it in a BoxyCharm and I think it had like expired. The Glow Recipe lip pop in the berry one. I don't really like this one. I prefer the watermelon one because the watermelon one is a different formula and it has like scrubby bits in it, so it's like very exfoliating. This doesn't, so I would not repurchase this one. This one was really nice. This is a Tarte one in Rose, I believe, and it's nice but super soft, so it broke like a bazillion times, but it was nice. This is the Huda one. This is like does like nothing. Very thin formula. You can go through it super fast. This is definitely not worth the money. So that's it for my tinted lip balms. Body spray, I went through 1 this year. Last year I went through 3. I don't really need to have body sprays in my collection. I don't gravitate towards them, but I was able to go through 1. At least it's 1 out of my collection. It's fine. But again, this is from Bath & Body Works. It's fine. I don't need it. I would not repurchase it. I went through a lot of fragrances this year. It was definitely the year of fragrance, which is awesome. So I was able to go through 3 full size or 3, I don't know. I don't even think these are all full size. This is like a mini. These are like the smaller full size. So no actual full sizes, but anyways, that's okay. And then I have 4 real samples and like a rollerball mini. Technically, I went through 8 fragrances this year. Last year I went through 5, but again, like these are not full sizes. So that helps when you're going through them when they're smaller. But some of these, like specifically these 2, these were still quite expensive. Like I think this one was definitely over $100 in value still, and this one also. Marc Jacobs is just like a more nicer brand, so of course it's going to be a bit higher in value. Let's just go through these quickly. So this is the Rise by Beyonce. Somebody had given this to me and somebody had given it to them. Definitely way too old, definitely had expired, was not good. But I used it up, but it was not good. She's stanky. This is the Oh Lola by Marc Jacobs. I really did enjoy this, but I don't feel the need to repurchase it. This one I've had before in the full size. This is Daisy by Marc Jacobs. I do really enjoy this. I will repurchase it in the future, not right now. This is by Apple. This is Killian by Apple Brandy. This is a nice brand. This is a really nice smell, but it's expensive and I just don't feel the need to buy it. I didn't like it that much. Versace, we have one here. This is the Dylan Turquoise. It was fine. Not my favorite. It was okay. I prefer this one. I think this is the Dylan Blue. I've had this size before in a rollerball. It's fine. I prefer this one over that one. If I get this again in a sample, I would definitely use it and enjoy it, but I don't think I'd run out and buy this. And then there are two here, not a perfume. I think this is Juliet Has a Gun, not a perfume. This was not anything great, and everybody loves this scent, and I didn't like it that much. And then this is Vanilla Woods. I think this was okay. I can't honestly remember if I liked it or not. But either way, they're all done. And then finally, the last thing in my empties is a gel light. It's like a nail sticker, a semi-cured nail sticker. This is the only pack that I've used up. There was one more pack, I believe, that I decluttered because it had gone bad. But this one's really nice. I really enjoyed this set. I enjoyed the pattern, and I liked this brand. So I was able to go up through one nail product this year. If you didn't notice, there was no bronzers in this category. No official, or in this empties, there was no eye primers, there was no eyeshadow palettes, there was no brow pencils, no brow powder, there were no lash glues. I didn't go through a face palette this year, and I didn't go through any liquid eyeshadows. So there's definitely some categories that I just didn't go through some of those things. Part of that reason is because I've been multitasking products, such as like my official brow pencils. I've been actually just using eyeliners. Like I have a brown eyeliner that I've been using this year in my brows. So that's the problem when you multitask products. You just don't always use the other intended products for that purpose. So anyways, I was able, like I said, to get through either 55 or 53 or 55 or 56. I have to recount. And the grand total of items was $1,075.55. That's like around what I used last year. Last year was over 1,100 something. But that's okay. I'm really happy with all of that. And I know my numbers have gone down. I'm more concerned about numbers than dollar amount. And that is everything for my makeup empties. I think I did pretty good, and I hope to do just as well this year. Let me know if you guys have any makeup empties for the year and how your numbers are going, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.